And welcome back to the Dark Souls playthrough. We are in the Duke's Archives, and this is part 2. We had just got through the first half where we run into Seat the Scaleless, and we can't fight him then, so we wore a ring of sacrifice so that, because we knew we were going to die, so we wouldn't lose our souls. Now we've respawned inside of a prison cell, and I'm using a couple humanities like normal when I get to a new bonfire, again, to reverse my hollowing and kindle it so I can get my 10 Estus flasks in the situation that I start wiping here and find that that's necessary. Now, this zone is, it's not too big, but it can be a little bit tricky. We're going to go down, we're going to free Big Hat Logan from his prison cell and fight some crystal guys along the way. There's going to be an alarm that sounds, and we're going to fight some, I don't know, octopus-looking guys. And then eventually we're working our way towards the crystal caves so that we can fight Seat the Scaleless and farm enough souls so that we can get all of Big Hat Logan's spells. Now, this guy right here is a guard, and he actually has the key to the prison cell. A lot of people don't see that guy when they get here, and they kind of freak out because you cannot teleport out of this prison cell, and you can't use a homeward bone to recall to any previous bonfires. So people get stuck in this cell, and they don't know what to do, and some people have even restarted their game not knowing that that guard was right there just holding their key. There's a couple extra guards over here that we can, or not guards, just of the crystal guys here that we can take out for some free souls. But after we take them out, we're going to open up the door and then get at it. So apparently those are maybe the guards of the prison, I'm not entirely sure, but they've been released regardless. To get that annoying sound to stop, we're going to have to go and climb up that a big ladder at the bottom of this this walkway to turn that off. But we're going to have to fight all these octopus guys along the way. They're not hard. They can hit kind of hard, but they're not all that difficult. They only take 1 or 2 shots with a sword, probably one or two shots with a spell, so not entirely difficult. If you happen to die in here, this event only happens one time, so every time that you open up the door after this, the alarm will not sound, and you're not going to have to worry about these guards coming up after you. For as easy it is to kill them, they give 800 souls, so you could probably farm some pretty decent souls here if you needed to. Now these last two don't actually move, and rumor has it if you go close to them you can actually hear them crying. And apparently Seat the Scaleless has, if you recall from part of the story, there were like 7 witches of Izalith, or there was a witch and she had a bunch of daughters or something, and apparently these 2 weird looking things are 2 of the daughters that Seat the Scaleless turned into these things. I'm not entirely sure how you would even know that, but that's what some people have been saying online, I guess. They also drop these replenishment spells, and then here's Big Hat Logan. Those replenishment spells, you have to be a cleric, or you have to have a good faith value to use, and they give you a heal over time. I don't know. It might. I don't find them all that useful, but maybe that's just because I haven't found a good use for them yet. Logan is going to be trapped in this cell, and then behind him is also a Firekeeper soul. So we're actually going to have to go back into the archives where we were earlier with all the books and find a key and then return and get him out. So that's kind of what takes a lot of the time here, because you have to backtrack a ways, and some of the enemies can be pretty tough once we get out of this immediate prison area. Now right up here there's going to be 3 of these serpent guys, and while they weren't all that difficult in Sen's Fortress, when you put 3 of them together in a close quarter, man, they get kind of tough, especially if you don't got spells. These guys are just a bitch. Doesn't help that one of them shooting lightning at you while you're trying to take out the 2 melee ones, burning down your stamina bar, and then the annoying sirens going on, just making it all worse. Luckily, you only have to do this portion one time, so even if you die, once you get this treasure box, I believe it's got a key in it that kind of gets you out of the prison. I'm actually pretty anxious right now. I just picked up Final Fantasy 13 too, and for those of you who actually follow my review channel, you know that I gave Final Fantasy 13 back in 2010, you know, a really great review, and it was even my Game of the Year for 2010. So when I played Final Fantasy 13 2 for the first time at E3 in 2011, I knew right away that it was going to be awesome. I can't wait to just get into it. It supposedly fixes lots of the grievances that lots of players had with the first game, being that the first game was so linear. There weren't any towns. I guess there's lots of backtracking, and there's towns and side quests, and I guess there's a lot to do. I also picked up the strategy guide, the hardback strategy guide, because I got that for the first game, and I really enjoyed that. And it was funny, I went to GameStop, and you know those fuckers at GameStop always try to make you pre-order everything. So I went in there after work today and tried to pick up my copy of Final Fantasy 13. I didn't order it. And, you know, they had plenty in stock, but they didn't have any of the hardback strategy guides. And like, oh, you got to pre-order them because I don't fucking, because it's GameStop and they're all douchebags there. And I told him that I didn't want to buy the game there because, you know, he didn't have the hardback for me. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go across the street to Best Buy and pick up the game because they'll probably have the hardback. He's like, yeah, good luck with that, man. Best Buy never has shit. I don't know. He probably didn't say it like that, but that's my douchey GameStop voice. And lo and behold, went across the street. Not only did they have the hardback book, they had it for $10 cheaper, plus 15% off if you bought it with the game, and the game came with a whole bunch of extra shit. So fuck GameStop. Got it at Best Buy, got a good deal. It's gonna be kick-ass. I can't wait to play it. Fuck GameStop. I haven't even been watching this game. What are we doing? We're climbing back out, going through some of these extra doors. And we're going to pick up a few items along the way. Notably, there's going to be one that we're going to pick up a little in a little bit here that's that has a lot of curse resist on it. I think that's this set, or maybe the antiquated set that we got earlier. Regardless, by the time we get to see the Scaleless, we're going to be putting on some armor that's got some good curse resist on it. And rant. There's a soul down there that I noticed, and I have absolutely no idea how to get that. I have no fucking clue what it is. So right up here is going to be where we're going to use the key that we got from those 3 serpent guys to get out of the prison. But if we turn left, you can see there's a little ledge right here, and if you walk on that and drop straight down, you can actually pick up the set of armor. It's important to note that if you roll, you don't make it. You die like a bitch. So you need to actually just walk straight off of it, and that's the only way to do it. I don't recall exactly what that ring does, the white seance ring. I think it, for people who use faith spells, maybe it... Oh no, I think that it gives you an extra attunement slot. I don't know, I think. I don't ever use it. I always have enough attunement slots. Yeah, you can see that soul down there. I don't have any idea how to get that. No clue. Don't know what it is either. It's kind of a cool area because you get to see some outside that's not all nasty and disgusting. It's a bunch of, you can see the crystal caves out there, which is where Seat the Scaleless is going to be, and that's a really interesting zones with a bunch of invisible walkways that can get pretty confusing. There's a bunch of golems down below too, which I'm going to farm, though I probably will cut that out of the video because it's just boring. Because once we save Big Hat Logan, he'll be available inside the Duke's archives here for us to buy his most powerful spells, and they cost like 50,000 souls and 30,000 souls, and I don't have that. Plus, the golems down below drop the blue Titanite chunks, which we need to bring my sword to enchanted +5, and then inside of the crystal caves is a blue Titanite slab that maxes it at the +5. Now, right around this corner here's a channeler. So the strategy is usually just to run and sprint right at him, because he'll do that, but he'll teleport away if you don't take him out right away. And that was just fucking fail. Plus, there's one up above shooting at you. There's a series of stairways here as well that can be rotated, and that's the only way that you're gonna be able to get up there and get that guy. So it's kind of like a basic puzzle, and it might take you a little bit to figure out if you suck at solving puzzles, I guess. Or you could just watch this walkthrough, bitches. Owned. 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 Until I took an arrow to the shoulder. Arg, 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 arg. Now to get up there, there's a little lever right behind me to the left that rotates the stairs. The stairs rotate together. There's 2 sets of them. There's one in the other room as well. So once you rotate this one, it will also automatically rotate the other one. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. Just rotate them in the order that I do here. Also pick up these extra treasures. Not that they're good. They're probably fucking shitty, but... No, I guess Twinkling Titanites are never shitty. So right now, we're right above where we came up earlier, because we were able to turn that stair around. And the channeler is over across from us, and the trick is going to be to just drop down. Yeah, we definitely rotated those stairs around by flipping that switch in the other room. So if we just fall down onto those stairs from the middle here, we can climb up and take out that channeler. Well, at least try to take him out. And then we're going to rotate the stairs one more time, and that's going to put us in a position to move on to the 3rd bonfire. I would definitely recommend using the crest shield when going against these guys, just because it has such high magic resistance, so you can actually run at them and not worry about having to dodge their soul arrows. I guess that was a decent spell. What was that? Greater Magic Shield sorcery. So you can put that enchant on your shield and it will... Actually, I have no idea what the hell that does. Well, I don't even know why you'd use that. It's probably useful for something. Maybe for PvP. I'm not exactly sure. So we rotate the stairs that one more time, and now we're in position to move on. We just climb down this ladder, and we're going to reveal a hidden passageway that's going to take us right to the next bonfire. The room straight in front of me there is where Big Hat Logan is going to end up being once we rescue his ass. There's also a treasure box in here. Maybe, what does it contain? The key to free him? Nope, blue Titanite chunk. That's good too. Fuck it, we need those. And here's the bonfire. Now we would not have been able to get to this bonfire. I'm sorry, we would not have been able to get to that room with the books back there where Logan's going to be without opening up that secret passageway from behind. That's the only way to do it. That thing is so powerful once it's fully upgraded to Enchanted +5 because not only is it going to deal, you know, pretty decent amount of damage, physical damage and magical damage, plus it scales on your intellect, and it's a pretty fast swinging weapon. Now one of these is a mimic. This is going to be the channeler's outfit. That's some actually really heavy mage wear. It kind of looks cool, but it's pretty impractical. The description talks about it giving magical properties, but I don't know exactly what they are. I don't think they buff anything. That was a crystal ember that you give to one of the blacksmiths. I think probably the one in Anor Londo. And then there's the key to free Logan, and then this is going to be the mimic. The crystal weapon enchant makes your weapon crystal, which makes it deal a lot of damage, but makes it durable. So I don't know. I would never use that. I'd rather just use a crystal magic spell to make my weapon crystal. What's this guy drop? I don't even remember. Oh, I got the symbol of avarice, and it's got an enchanted falcon also. Which I already have. So later I'm going to end up disenchanting that down to a Falcon +5, and then I'm going to enchant it to a Divine Falcon, so that I have the same type of weapon when I go into the catacombs, because the skeletons there that you'll fight will respawn and, unless you have a Divine weapon, until you kill a certain series of enemies in the room. That symbol of avarice, I don't put it on. I've actually never worn it. I should have put it on for this video. I'm not sure why I did. But it looked like it put some kind of debuff on you, and I didn't... I don't know why I didn't do it. That was dumb, because it makes you look hilarious. I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube if you look up the symbol of avarice of people wearing that. So now that I've gotten all the treasures, I could have left the zone over there, but in that room where we got all those treasures. That takes you out to the room with all the golems, and then into the crystal caves where you'll fight Seath. But I'm going to go back first and free Big Hat Logan, because his spells are just too powerful. You basically get a crystal version of the homing mass, and then a crystal version of the soul spear, and then you also get the crystal magic weapon from him. So it ends up costing, what, like 100,000 souls or something like that to get all those. And I'm nowhere even close to that, so there's no way I'm going to bore you with me farming those golems. But I might show you me killing a couple of them regardless. So to get out of here, we're going to start climbing up. We don't have to rotate any of the stairs. We should just be able to climb straight up these regular staircases and get all the way back to the prison we were at before. Just having to take out these crystal guys and either dodging, running past, or taking out the channelers. Kind of easy to get overwhelmed if you move too quick. I was pretty anxious to get back to Logan because I really wanted to get his spells. I'm just gonna run past all these bitches because yeah, they can overwhelm you. Now, just as a reminder, again, from what I've read on the wikis, you have to purchase all of Logan's spells, and you have to purchase all of that other wizard spells to get these events to happen in the right order, I believe. So for Logan to show up, or for him to sell you spells, you have to buy all of the first wizard's spells, and then for Logan to sell you spells here, you have to have first bought all of his spells back in the Firelink Shrine. I guess I can't confirm that. But I've done that on all my playthroughs. It's not a bad idea anyway, because again, it's good to have multiple copies of the spells, so whatever. Buy all the spells, even if you already got them. I really should be having less trouble with these guys. If I would have just gone into melee range and tried to backstab them, it would have been significantly easier than that. Because the Enchanted Falcon is so good with a intellect stacking sorcerer build. You know, if some of you are actually following this walkthrough and kind of trying to build your character the same way, you don't have to use the Falcon. You know, any weapon will work with the enchanting. You know, to bring it up to the enchanted +5, as long as it's a normal weapon and not, you know, something with a special name. It's all about finding a weapon that suits your playstyle. You know, spears are really good, or really popular because, you know, they thrust forward. The Zweihander, I think that's how you say it. is a huge two-handed sword. That could be a fun one if you had enough. I think you'd have to have like 24 strength, but if you got that to enchanted +5, I imagine it would be just hilarious. See, these things don't really attack you the second time you come down, and you can kind of single or double or triple pull them out, but they're not a threat by any means. Even if you're melee, you can go in and just swipe at them. They're real easy to dodge their attacks.
Oh, thank you very much. That makes twice. I will visit the archives. If I discover it, prepare to be impressed.
His hat's so awesome. I guess his robes are actually pretty good when you upgrade them too. And then don't forget to get that Firekeeper soul, so you can turn it in later. I think by the time I finished this playthrough, I had +6 on my Estus flasks. Yeah, it must be. And then I use a homeward bone there to get back to the bonfire right before, so I didn't have to run back through all that other bullshit. So now the only thing I've got left to do in this video today is show you where Big Hat Logan is. He's right here. And that you can start to pick up his spells. In the next video, I will actually be going into the Crystal Caves and going after Seath and doing a little bit of farming that I'll skip through to show you that I get all the spells, get my weapons upgraded. There you can see he's got Crystal Soul Spear, Magic Weapon, and Homing Crystal Soul Mask. And they're, 100,000 souls you need for all of them, so that's a bitch. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video.